Whoa, what's up? 21 people in here. Clean the camera on here. Live chat. What's up? Maybe this is from the previous video. Let me turn down the AC so you guys can hear me. Hey, how you doing? I heard about Cupcake tonight, and hey, Topics with Christy. You guys go check out her channel. Uh, she's pretty cool. Topics with Christy. Oh my god. I was gonna go live on my computer at home, but for some reason where I live, there's like a dead spot and I can't do streaming a lot of the times. But I was so pissed off about this. I was doing a video for Dulce Maria Alves. Hey, how you guys doing? Thanks for joining. Yeah, check out Christy. I was making a video and all of a sudden people started hitting me up on Facebook, like started blowing me up to the point where somebody I don't even know called me and my notification went off. And I had my phone on silent, but the notification still went off. And she was telling me about what happened with Cupcake. And I got so pissed off that I went off in that video. Just like in last night's community post where I went off. I went off in that community post last night. And I know when I go off, it's not good. Because when I go off, I get really nasty. And I don't like doing that because it's just not good. But when I heard about Cupcake being found in a dumpster, and I guess maybe a landfill, I don't know if she was found in a landfill after that, but she was put in a dumpster. I was so pissed off, man, because I was thinking about Dulce too. And Dulce, her mother, I don't know if you heard of that story. Dulce, her mother was sitting in a car. So they were at a park in New Jersey. And the mother's sitting in the car with a 8-year-old relative while the brother and sister are out playing. And it's like, I don't want to be. Some of these people are making it so easy for your kids to be taken. It's not hard, yo. It is not hard. It is so. Let me tell you something. Kidnapping a child is so easy. If you look at these parents and what some of them are doing, it is so easy. This weekend, I was at the park, and the video that I have ready for tonight, I had to leave my house because I was so pissed. Like, I literally left. I stopped what I was doing. I was making the video, and I left. But the video I'm going to upload with Dulce, this weekend I was at the park, and I was with my daughter, and I have it on video so you can see it. There's a mother that is sitting outside of the playground, right? There's a fence in the playground for the kids. The mother's sitting outside and she's on her phone on Facebook. The little girl, she's in the park, and I've seen kids like her. I've seen kids that like don't get attention at home at all. When you take them out in public, they'll walk up to anybody, they'll walk up to any stranger because they don't get any kind of attention or anything at home. So this little girl was playing with a father and a son. It was a black guy and a black boy, and it was nice. It was cute. I was watching them play. I was there with my daughter, and we were playing. The guy leaves and goes to the bathroom with his son, to the restroom. Now, the restroom, she's not found alive. Cupcake is found in a dumpster. Hey, how you guys doing? Chastity, Sandra, Irish, how you guys doing? Lacey, hey, thanks for joining. So, the guy leaves with his son to use the restroom. The little girl follows the adult male to the restroom. And do you know that her mom's not even watching? Her mom's just on her phone. That clicking, clacking. It took like 5 minutes before her mother even noticed. And when her mother noticed, she kind of got up. She looked like she was Dominican or something. Kind of got up, wobbled herself over, kind of looked, kind of whatever. They came back, and then they left. The father and the son. So after they left, it was just me, my daughter, and this little girl. and the mother is sitting outside. So the little girl, she comes up to me. She's kind of playing. Because I bought a little ball that I got for my daughter. She wanted to play catch. I was playing catch with the little girl, and I know that look on kids' faces because there was one time I went like a couple months back. There was this boy that he just desperately wanted attention. So he walked up to me. He was talking to me. So the same thing with this little girl. She was talking to me. We started playing catch. And my daughter, she's kind of like shy and she doesn't really, not that social, but I was keeping a close eye on her. But I was playing catch with this little girl, and I noticed that little girl doesn't get attention. That little girl will walk away with anybody, and it doesn't take much. And there was like a study done that it's really not hard to get them to walk away with you. So I'm not trying to say that like, but there's kids out there that are so desperate for attention that they'll literally walk away with you. This little girl. Let me just say this, and I'm trying to like not to be mean. What kind of mother could sit outside of the playground while your daughter walks with an adult male to the restroom? Tell me where that's normal. Any of you in the chat, could you watch your daughter walk to the restroom with an adult male and just sit there? Yada, yada. I was like, what? You're going to see that in the new video that I post. I actually recorded that scene. So, Cupcake. Well, here's the other thing about Cupcake, right? So, let me talk about Cupcake now. I'm sorry. I got a little sidetracked. Cupcake was found in a dumpster. And Cupcake, I hear the guy, Patrick is the guy that was arrested for being a person of interest. He's the guy that they found child stuff on his phone. When I say child stuff, I'll leave it up to your imagination because YouTube is kind of crazy. They found child, I guess, pictures and videos on his phone. You guys can add it up and know what I'm talking about. They found it on his phone. Not only did they find that on his phone, but they charged him with intent to distribute. So not only did this sick guy have it on his phone, but I guess maybe he was posting it online or something. You know, the dark web, if you go on the dark web is crazy. First of all, I wouldn't even recommend going on the dark web, but the dark web is a place you don't want to go. Lacey, we're literally selfish with our kids for this reason. No, that's true. So I heard Patrick was rearrested because Patrick, he got bond. Chrissy said, "No, you're so right. There's a little girl that came up to my husband, and incredible pizza and asked for money. Wow, that's so crazy. Asked for money. You can tell the kids that don't get attention at home that like they're starving for attention. So Patrick Stallworth, he gets bond, and the police let him go. Right now, some people were saying, how can they let him go? How could he bond out? But what I was talking to with some people, I had a lot of private conversations on Facebook. This is a tactic that police do. If you didn't know, let me be the first to tell you. Cops, when they suspect somebody and they're sure somebody has some sort of involvement, oh, they'll let you bond out. But when you bond out, they're going to follow you. And they're going to track your phone. They're going to track your GPS. There was a story a long time ago that happened here in Florida where this woman was killed by her boyfriend, a crazy, obsessive guy. And police knew that it was him, but they didn't have enough evidence. So what they did was they texted this guy from the woman's cell phone. And it sounds crazy. So just imagine this. Let's say you killed somebody and you're at home, you're laying low. All of a sudden you get a text message from the person that you killed. If you're a killer, you're freaking out. Oh my God, what? This guy drove all the way to where the body was to make sure that she was dead. And guess who was tracking and following him? Cops. Yeah. That's a police tactic. That's one of the things that they do. They'll let you go and then they'll track you and follow you. So I heard that Patrick Stallworth, I heard that he was rearrested. I heard he was rearrested. And that chick, I mean, the whole thing was so suspect. Not only did Patrick have pictures and videos, I'm assuming, of children on his phone, inappropriate pictures, the woman, Arisha Brown or whatever her name is, that woman had a previous charge for kidnapping her own children at gunpoint. Literally, a gun to kidnap her own children. All that in itself is suspect. I know, right? Let's see. Francis, my heart is totally pieces. I'm pissed, man. I can't lie to you. I'm pissed. I went off in the video that I did tonight. I think that parents, let me like, this could happen to anybody. Okay, there's people out there that are truly, it can happen to anybody. But when you have people like this, like when you look at Cupcake's situation, where you saw the surveillance footage of those kids at 7:30 at night, 7:30 at night, playing by themselves outside. What normal, common sensed parent would let their child at 8 o'clock at night play by themselves? Who does that? Who does that? I mean, cupcakes, not cupcakes. I mean, Dulce, her mother, the mother, not only was she sitting in a car, not paying attention to her children, she didn't even know what her child was wearing. On the 911 call, which is the video I'm going to post for you guys, on the 911 call, they ask her, hey, what was she wearing? This woman says, I don't remember. She had some pants with some sort of designs. I can't remember. I'm just like, oh my God. So that was, Christy says, so that was Patrick and his girlfriend on camera. I think that, I think Patrick was one of the people on the surveillance. I don't think that was a woman that was on surveillance. Police believe there's other people involved in this. Police believe it's not just two people. There's other people involved in this. And I've had people on Facebook message me that they looked really close at the... By the way, if you guys wouldn't mind, please follow me on Facebook. I'm trying to get monetized on Facebook. I need 10,000 followers and like that. But if you could go on Facebook and look up iCkEdMeL, I really would appreciate that. But people they took a close-up picture of his shirt and the person that's on camera, because there was footage, surveillance of Patrick in a gas station or something like that, where they had the car, they had his shirt there. The design his shirt had actually matched up with the surveillance footage. Like somebody did a tracing of it. You gotta check it out. There's a lot of stuff on Facebook, and it really surprises me that's going on over there. Check out Facebook, and you'd be surprised and you'll see. iCkEdMeL, the same thing as YouTube. iCkEdMeL. I would really appreciate if you guys could help me out with that, because I'm trying to get 10,000 followers to try to get monetized, because I do want to do this as a full-time thing. I actually really do. A lot of times I go to work, I get off of work, and if I don't have my daughter, then I'm still working. Like I'm doing YouTube videos till 10, 11, 12 a.m. When I have my daughter, then I have to wait for her to go to sleep, because, you know, when she gets home, there's this whole routine. First thing we do is she gets something, we get the food, she gets something to eat, you know, either cook or something or leftovers. She gets a bath. We lay down, and then now she has this new routine, me and Maddie, where it's movie time. So we'll lay down, and I'll pull out my tablet, and me and Maddie will watch Netflix. And Maddie, she doesn't want to watch anything that I want to watch. She just want to watch her own show. So we'll watch a little bit of Netflix, and then I'll cut it off, and it's time for her to go to bed. And then I'll stay up late and do a video, and I might sleep like 4 hours. So the goal really is to do this full time. And I actually had somebody message me on Facebook tonight with another story. Somebody that was asking me for help, and I was like, oh man. They sent me so many details. They sent me somebody with a mother that had her child taken from her, but she was being harassed with CPS. I'm gonna take a look at it. And not only that, there's that woman, and there's somebody that reached out to me like 2 months ago about a child a child that was killed, and she was found under a sofa. It's been like 2 years now. Found under a sofa, dead. Like somebody literally lifted up the sofa and put the couch on her, and she was dead. And there's at least 4 or 5 people that know what's going on, but they're not talking. And I can't remember the girl's name, but a family friend reached out to me and she was really asking me to cover it. And at the time, I was going through a lot of personal stuff, so I didn't cover it because I don't like to cover stuff when I'm not in it. And right now, I'm going through some personal stuff too. But it's like, you know, I can't stop what I'm doing. How do I send videos to you? The best place, if you want to send me some links, you can send me some links on Facebook, iCkEdMeL, or I have my own personal email, iCkEdMeL@iCkEdMeL.com. You can email me there because I don't have a bunch of spam. Yes, yes, CC. I don't want to mispronounce her name. Samaja Crosby. That's the name right there. Samaja Crosby. A family friend reached out to me about that little girl, and something about the person that reached out to me. They wanted me to get it done by November, and I feel like yes, Samaj Crosby. I really want to do that because the person I was talking to, we had a couple of. I was talking to her, and there was somebody else closer to the story that was gonna talk to me, but when she set up the date, um, she didn't come through. But then I set up a date, and I didn't come through either. So I felt bad about that. So I want to do a video first to show them that I'm serious about it, and then maybe I can try to interview one of these people that can tell us about what's going on. Positive vibes. I just can't, as a mother slash woman, be a party to hurting a child. It's disturbing. You know, the whole thing with Cedric Jackson and the woman Crystal Jackson. If you saw I made a troll video yesterday. I was trolling, but I was also showing that these people that claim to love you, these people. I mean, if you're gonna get killed, most likely it's somebody that's close to you. When you're killed, let's say you're married, the first person that they look at is your significant other. Okay? And if it's not your significant other, it might be your kids. It's something to think about. Somebody that's most likely to kill you is probably going to be somebody that you know and is close to you. So be careful. That's why I'm single. um, but where was I going with this? Oh, the Crystal Jackson thing. The Crystal Jackson thing where Cedric Jackson, she had custody of this child, Cedric. I don't know how she got custody because she already had 6 kids. She had 6 kids. She gets custody of this child. The boyfriend swaddles the child. Now, this child is 18 months. Any parents out there, hello, will know that swaddling an 18-month-old child it's just dumb. Because swaddling is normally for like an infant. Swaddling, if you don't know, some people don't do the swaddling. I did the swaddling for a little bit. Swaddling is like when you wrap a blanket around a baby, an infant, but it's like really kind of tight, and it's supposed to mimic what a child feels when they're in the womb. So it's like this whole thing where like they're really tight, kind of like this, but it's like it comforts them. It's really for infants. An 18-month child, a 1.5-year-old, or whatever, you're not gonna swaddle that. This guy swaddles the child. He swaddled him because of ketchup packets. Because the child was like squeezing ketchup packets or something. So the excuse this guy came with is he swaddled an 18-month child. And then Crystal Jackson, this failure of a mother, I wouldn't even call her a mother, she lies to police investigators for 18, 19 hours. to cover for the boyfriend. And then she gets arrested. So then CPS removes the 6 children in that home. It's amazing to me how some people will sell their children out for a relationship. Men and women do it. There's people that will sell their kids for a relationship. Think about that. Sell your own kids out because you're so desperate and you need to be loved. And the people that they're getting it from are not quality people either. That's what kind of boggles my mind. Like, I understand it. I was there. No, I've never sold my child. Madison is first. I'm talking about before I had a child, I was in some bad relationships, really bad relationships. And definitely I've sold myself short and all that kind of stuff. Now that I have a child, it's like I could never think of doing that. But some people, they're so desperate for a relationship that they'll. I mean, look at Brittany Bowens. Brittany Bowens, Darian Vance, right? Quanell X. Topics of Chrissy. My mother was like that. My dad raised all by himself. Wow. Just because you birth a child, it doesn't make you a mother. No, that's true. And that's what I say about some mothers. Like, yo, what mothers do are incredible. I mean, the things that, I mean, just even having birthing a child. Like, I was there every step of the way. So, I mean, I was there also when Maddie was born and the whole C-section thing. It's amazing. I don't even think I could do it. It is so courageous what they were doing to get Maddie out. When you're looking, there's some dads that pass out. Can you imagine? You're the person that's just watching. You're not even the mother that's going through. You're watching, and I've heard of some fathers passing out. It is incredible what some of these mothers do, but to hold every female just because they have a child at the same level, nah, bruh. Nah. Some people really, you can't hold them at the same light. Brittany Bowens, I don't know too much about what's going on. I spoke to Darian Vance's side chick a lot of times. There was things. Well, oh, what's up? Call me later. What's up, man? Yeah, Cupcake was found in a dumpster. She was dumped in a dumpster and dead. It's one of the things that I suspected. But Brittany Bowens, I'll give you guys a bone because sometimes I hold things back and I don't say things because it's not my place. But the side chick, I was hearing rumors that Darian wanted to marry the side chick, and I was like, what? So I reached out to her in text, and she told me that it's true. So I was kind of like, this doesn't make sense to me. Why? Why would they want to get married? Does it have something to do with court or something? Obviously, I guess she cares about him. Um, but she told me it wasn't going to be until after the trial or something like that. I didn't bring it up into the case. She could be lying too. That's true. Mary Cole said, I think the dude chick's lying. It's a possibility. Well, you know what I learned with the Malia Davis situation? I think Malia Davis is one of the biggest cases that I've covered. People will purposely feed you false information. People will purposely lie and send you information just to make you look dumb, just to discredit you on your own platform. So, like, when that whole Malia Davis situation was going on, I was really, really careful. There's so many things that people sent me that I purposely did not report because I learned that there's people out there that will. It's called I think it's called misinformation. It's a it's a tactic that's used even by the U.S. government. Well, they'll purposely push out lies And there's so many lies out there that nobody knows what's the truth. Just like Cupcake. You have all these people, these ghetto people, these gangster people. Ah, I found Cupcake! Ah, I found it! A lot of them are just trying to get a come up. A lot of them are putting false information. A lot of them are saying, oh, send me some Bitcoin and I'll give you Cupcake. Meanwhile, Cupcake's dead, but there's people profiting off of that. Christy said, amazing video. Good night. Yeah, thanks, Christy. Appreciate that. Make sure you guys go check out her channel. I just had to come and vent because I was pissed. I had to come and vent tonight, do a little live stream. Yo, Kanika Jenkins, that was a really crazy case. See, back when that case happened, I wasn't covering news topics like I was now. But Kanika Jenkins was a crazy story. The woman that, like, they say she was drunk or she was on something, I don't know, but then she gets found in that freezer, and that was a weird death. Kanika Jenkins reminds me of Call Me Later. There's not really any updates on the whole Malia Davis story, but trust me, I'm definitely going to be following it. I think I pissed off the father, Darian Vence's father. I think I pissed him off when I reported that he was locked up. Did you guys ever hear that story? And maybe somebody can tell me the name. Do you guys remember that story where there was that woman? This story was viral. There was a woman that there's a video, right, where she's at this hotel and she's in an elevator. And the woman, she's like pressing the numbers on the elevator to go, but the elevator wouldn't go. This chick was freaking out, looking around, kind of stuff. At one point, she gets out of the elevator and she like looks, but nobody sees anything on camera. They find this chick on top of the hotel. Do you guys know the name? Elisa Liam. They find this chick on top of the hotel in one of the water ducts, the water systems or whatever they have up there. Her body is inside this thing. Dead. Meanwhile, people in the hotel, people in the hotel, they're using the water smelling funny in the sink. Some people are drinking this water. And this chick is dead. And that nobody knows to this day what happened to that chick. Floating too, yeah. What happened to her? Some people said she was depressed. Some people said that she was like on antidepressants. Some people said maybe she was tripping. Bruh. Oh, did they have a movie about her too? Bro, that chick, people were drinking the water and bathing in the water of her dead body in that hotel. I mean, oh my God, yo. Oh, they didn't find any organs in her? Beautiful said they didn't have any organs. She didn't have any organs. Felice said too, who was involved? Organs. Oh man, I didn't know about that. Oh, it was a homeless dude that lived with her. Let me tell you something else. You can't be too nice. I learned that a long time ago. You can't be too nice to these people on the streets. These people on the streets asking you for money. I have a friend personally that told me this story, which is so dumb. If she's watching, I'm sorry, but she was at a red light and a homeless person walks up to her. Hey, I need money. Can you help me out with the money? I need some money. She takes out her purse and she just got paid, so she has all these, like, this cash and these hundreds. That person grabbed the entire purse and pocketbook and took her entire thing. Gone with all the money. Being nice will get you killed. Being too nice will really get you killed. Now, I didn't hear about the organs, but Kendrick, the young guy, yes, his organs was missing. Wow. Isn't that hotel the same hotel where a couple of prolific Yeah, I think it was. Kamille later said hotel where a couple of prolific serial killers would kill people at. Yeah, I heard about that. I think that was. Hey Chastity, thank you. Follow me on Facebook if you guys can. If you're watching, I really would appreciate it. I'm trying to get monetized on Facebook. YouTube is very stringent, and you gotta have multiple social media platforms. Yeah, the Cecil Hotel. Oh wow, somebody mentioned the Black Dahlia. The Black Dahlia died there. Mm. Thanks, Leah. I appreciate it. There's been a lot of interesting stories. You know, if you guys remember, I don't know if you guys know too, the Golden State Killer. He was caught recently. This guy like raped like 50 women back in the day. This guy like did all this crazy stuff. What the Golden State Killer would do? Let me tell you about the Golden State Killer. He would break into people's homes, but he already knew the scenario. First of all, the Golden State Killer was a cop. He was a cop. And a cop that got caught stealing dog repellent from a store. It was kind of weird because you would think that this guy, you're a cop, you have money, but you're stealing dog repellent. He got caught stealing dog repellent. The Golden State Killer, what he would do is he would break into homes. He would rape women. He's a white guy. If you ever seen the new video of him in court, he's a he's a white, fat, disgusting, pudgy guy. And what he would do is he would rape the woman, but if there was a chance that he ran into a man in the home, let's say a wife and a husband, Christy, you're still here. What he would do is he would tell the man, yo, lay on this bed. And he would put plates on the man's back. Put it on his back. And he'd be like, don't move. And then he would go rape the woman. So a couple of these men, of course, if you're hearing your woman being raped, you're going to want to do something. So these men would get up and the plates or whatever would fall. That would alert the Golden State Killer and he would go and kill the guy. Now, there was a few men that didn't do it and they just let whatever happen and they survived. But then you got to live the rest of your life knowing that your woman was raped and you didn't do nothing about it. You know? That's tough, man. That talk about trauma. That is tough. Golden State Killer. BB, thank you for everything you do. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. On his back, I'd move. He's killing his family. Bro, the Golden State Killer? Oh, man, that guy was prolific, man. That guy... I mean, not even just the Golden State Killer, but Jack the Ripper. He was never caught. I think it's Jack the Ripper. Mac said, where did they find the baby? They found the baby in a dumpster. That's the same way they found Cedric Jackson. Cedric Jackson was dumped in a dumpster and then later found in a landfill. You know, Malia Davis was found in Arkansas where her body was ran over. I was so pissed off about that. Her body was ran over by like these huge industrial lawnmower things. And if you could hear one of the guys describe what happened to me, I would be pissed. I'm just thinking, I mean, I can't imagine as a parent. I would be pissed. Her body was chopped up and spread all over the scene. That's what one of the guys said. Her body was in pieces all over after she got ran over. Yeah, Sweet Pea. I believe they caught him in Vallejo, California. Yep. I mean, if you think about, well, the thing is, too, serial killers. The common misconception is that all serial killers are just white. It's the white man, right? But the reality is that there's a lot of colored serial killers, blacks, Latinos. I mean, if you look at Mexico, MS-13, these people kill people in droves. I mean, mass grave sites. There was this guy in California called the Grim Reaper. I think he was called. Do you guys want? Let me see the first person here who knows who I'm talking about. The Grim Reaper in California. I think his name was Lenny or something. I can't remember his name. This guy, Samuel Little, just became the most prolific serial killer in U.S. history. He is 73. Chrissy said, "Damn, I'm really into serial killers. Like, I like to listen to the stories to find out about their backgrounds, and it's not just white people. It's a lot of different cultures, and it's something that's beyond race, because race is really just a social construct. It's beyond the skin color. It's a mental thing, I think. But this he would kill black prostitutes, women. I think his name was Lenny. I can't remember his name. Grim Sleeper. And what happened was they already have in society, I guess, people look at them as less than, right? A black woman, for whatever reason, they look at them as less than. So not only that, these were black women in California that were prostitutes. So when you're in that lifestyle of sex, you're doing what you got to do. They look at you as less than also. So you're a black woman and you're in that lifestyle. Well, the Grim Sleeper got away with killing a lot of black women because they were in this certain lifestyle. You know, and it's a shame, and it shouldn't be looked upon as that. But that's what was going on, and he preyed upon those women, and he got away with it for a very long time. Positive vibes. Damn it, iCkEdMeL. I'm not getting off now. I'm not going to be able to sleep. Grim Sleeper. Yep, he was a serviceman at one time. He put them in his home. Oh, okay. Yeah, you see, I mean, some of this, well, okay, serial killers, there's like these two main categories, right? The first categories for serial killers: organized and unorganized. Okay, an organized serial killer will like cover his tracks, probably dump the body somewhere you can't find, and just it's harder to find them, harder to track them. They're methodical. An unorganized serial killer is somebody that just walks up to your car. Like right now, I'm live streaming in my car, and there's a woman next to me that's been slumped over for like an hour since I've been here. I don't know if she's on something. She must be on that good stuff. She's been slumped over there. But an unorganized serial killer will walk up to you, shoot you in broad daylight, and leave all the evidence and whatever, and they can't help themselves. Those are some of the two main categories, and then it goes deeper into that. Oh man, somebody brought up Jeffrey Dahmer. You watch a certain area in the city. That's because they moved across the state lines. That's how Golden State had so many different names. That's true. There was multiple names for him. They didn't even realize that all that stuff connected with the Golden State Killer. That's true. Chastity, Lonnie David Franklin. Thank you. Thank you for that. Grim Sleeper. Grim Sleeper, yep. I got everybody to send you. Well, send it to me. If you can email it to me, email me at iCkEdMeL at iCkEdMeL.com. I dropped off that Google Gmail BS because Gmail and Google, they track your stuff. Gmail, don't even get me started on Gmail, Google, all these people, Yahoo. They track all your habits, they record it, and then they advertise everything for you. There was somebody on YouTube that recently exposed all that, and he lost partnership for exposing that. The guy had 4 million subscribers, and he was struggling. He couldn't make ends meet. Trust me, all these people, they're tracking all your. That's why I got my own private server. You can go to iCkEdMeL.com. You want to email me? Don't email me at iCkEdMeL at Gmail. Email me at iCkEdMeL at iCkEdMeL.com. Email me at my private stuff, and we can talk about it. And if we're cool, then we can exchange phone numbers. I don't just give out my information like that, but email me and we can talk more. That's fine. Yeah. The other day, I want to stay on the serial killer topic. What's your email? I have something to send you on Cupcake. Email me at iCkEdMeL at iCkEdMeL.com. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I started my own private internet server. I pay for it monthly. Or no, the server is yearly, but it's a whole thing because you have to pay for a host and a name directory. So the host I pay monthly, but the directory I pay yearly. iCkEdMeL at iCkEdMeL.com. We can chat there, and our conversations are private. You don't have to worry about all this other stuff. Bro, these people, they're really dirty. I can tell you that. Gmail, even when when you go on incognito on Gmail, it's not really incognito. These people are tracking everything you type, and they're using it for advertisement. Seriously. The other day, CNN was exposed for racial bias by if you remember this name, Project Veritas. They exposed CNN. And what CNN does, as many other media outlets do, CNN reports on certain topics that are racial element. And for example, I'll give you the whole Chicago example. Some people get mad at me when I report on some of the Chicago stuff. I don't do it often, but when I report on the Chicago stuff, the black on black crime, people get mad at me. Oh, how could you do that? What's wrong with you? And I'm like, there's a lot of parents that are killed. I mean, not killed, but lose their kids to this random violence. But they don't get the attention that they need or deserve because it doesn't fit into the media agenda. The media wants to piss you off. The media wants to make it a black versus white thing 100% of the time. And it's not 100% of the time. But CNN, if you check Project Veritas, they exposed these people with the top executives that they know that they can manipulate black people and Latino people off of what they're reporting. I've been saying it for a long time and people call me a coon or whatever. I'm just saying that you should look at every case by case, because the media and these corporations, they know that's how they can manipulate you. That's how they manipulate. Exactly. I was about to say it, Vivian. That's how they manipulate your votes. You know how I can get all of you to vote for me? Let me just either offer you something free or offer you something like I care about this race thing or whatever. All you gotta do is offer those things, make a little racial agenda, and people will not even do any kind of research. They'll just vote. That's the facts of it. So a lot of people get upset with me about that. They call me all kinds of racist and all this stuff. And all I'm saying is that you should educate yourself, because when I did an interview with this CPS person recently, it was a couple months back, me and her, we both disagreed on a lot of things, but what we agreed on is that a lot of the changes that are happening in your state, in your county or whatever, is by local voting. So even if you feel that the electoral college and my vote doesn't count, you can vote locally and actually make changes in your city. Vote. We did it here in Florida. I went and voted and I made a change. That's just facts. It really is. Start voting locally and see the changes immediately. All right, let's see what the chat's saying. I've been ranting and raving. 45 minutes. Oh, the elites look at poor like we're scum. We are nothing. No, it's true. It's true. I don't know about no money. If that's the case, Cupcake would be alive. Vivian, research for yourself and then vote. I totally agree with that. I think that people should do a little bit of research. And personally, let me tell you this. Here's another thing. I don't like people telling me that because I'm Latino, because I have skin pigmentation on my skin, which it's just so ridiculous because wherever you're born in the world, your skin pigmentation might be different based on the survival and the climate and all that kind of stuff. I don't like people telling me because I'm colored that I have to vote a certain way. Who are you to tell me that? Right? Like, who are you to tell me because I'm Latino I have to vote a certain way? Who are you to tell me that? You know? I don't know. I don't want to get into politics and race because I think I'll upset a lot of people. But yeah, the other day, yesterday, some people got upset because I said that I don't think it's cool when black people or brown people tear each other down. And what it is like I get it that it's a certain like entertainment aspect, but when I posted in the community post, I said that to me, when other cultures are looking at you guys, and it's not just about joking or whatever, it's not about that. It's when these people post your address, when these people post your child's address, when these people post, let's say your mother's dying from cancer, these people will post your mother in a hospital bed dying from cancer. Let's say you were abused as a child, these people will post pictures of you being abused. To me, that's animal behavior. That's deplorable. There's nothing about that should be held in any kind. To me, you're an animal in a circus and you're performing for peanuts. I said it in the community post, and some people got upset. And I'm saying right now on live stream, you're an embarrassment. Because the only thing I can think of is other cultures looking at you carrying on like this. It's an embarrassment. Because as much as people might have got upset about that post, I've never seen black, Latino, brown, even whites people like that. It's to me, it's. I've been around some amazing people, and they were not like that. And I think a lot of different cultures, skin tones, or whatever, they have all those kind of people within their culture. People that are bad. I don't know. I've met some amazing people. Let me tell you. Somebody said, "Who the f killed Cupcake?" Well, I think Patrick has something to do with that, and I think Arisha Brown, she has something to do with that. I mean, oh yeah, she's dead. Chocolate. She was found dead in a dumpster. Yeah. You know what's crazy about that whole story? Oh, who's Patrick? Oh man, do you guys want me to get into that? I made a video the other day. Patrick Stallworth is the guy that interest. He's the guy that was caught and arrested, and then they found child child videos. I can't say it on YouTube because YouTube is very strict. Child pictures, videos on his phone. And the woman that was a suspect that was arrested, she had a previous history of kidnapping her own children at gunpoint. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And you know what I feel? I feel that not only should those people be charged and held accountable, I feel that the negligent parents, the mother for sure is negligent because you can see the surveillance. These kids are out at 7:30 at night with nobody supervising them. They should be held accountable. the parent should be held accountable. I heard a lot of rumors about the father, but I can't confirm what I've heard about the father. So if it comes that he's involved or he was involved in some street stuff, he should be held accountable too. Yeah. I think that the people committing these crimes and the negligent parents should be held accountable. Enough of it. Enough is enough. I'm tired of being nice. I'm tired of being sympathetic. Arrest these people. And there was a bunch of people in Alabama and Birmingham that were a complete embarrassment. An embarrassment. You see these people carrying on YouTube? There was these two chicks. There was this one I don't know if you're on. Okay. I keep telling you guys follow my Facebook. If you go to my Facebook, I trolled these two chicks. I made like a 13-second video. After this video, go check out my Facebook. But I was trolling these chicks, where these two chicks are like, I found her, I saw her, she's in the back in the trunk, And I think these chicks were doing that for clout. Yeah, just like the Malia Davis situation. Malia Davis, people were trying to get a come up off of her. I exposed two people in that situation with Malia Davis. The one chick I exposed with Malia Davis, this chick was so upset because let me tell you, I had a bunch of people reaching out to me on Facebook saying they were scammed by this woman. This woman, let me tell you how twisted. Let me tell you the reality of this. Okay, let me just keep it so real with you guys. There's a lot of people out there that are doing a deception. Malia Davis, the organizer of the Malia Davis walk, is a scammer. The organizer, the woman that put together the entire walk for Malia Davis is a scammer. This woman, I'm telling you, I had over 50 people. I'm telling you, I have proof, evidence, screenshots of this woman saying, hey, I'm making this Malia Davis shirt, and you want to be in the walk and get this shirt? Pay me. A bunch of people paid her, and they didn't get their shirts. And then after that, she said she changed vendors, and those same people are gonna have Coquille's another one. Oh my God, Christy, don't get me started on Coquille. We're gonna get to Coquille. Well, no, I mean not Coquille. I can't even remember the other woman's name. This other degenerate. She got people to buy the shirt. She changed vendors, and then she said, "You got to pay for the shirt again. Pay for the shirt again." And people, I'm telling you, like husbands and wives, I'm telling you, at least 50 people messaged me on Facebook. So I made a video exposing this one because at first I apologized because I thought I was wrong. I should never believe this woman. I should have followed my gut intuition. And I made a video exposing this woman. I mean, it's on my it's on my YouTube right now. You can check it out. It's on my YouTube right now. This woman, after I exposed her, she called my job. She sent me a cease and desist, which is not the first time. I've gotten cease and desist before. When you're on the truth, let me tell you something. When you're crossing the truth, people are going to send you some cease and desist. I got a cease and desist. I reached out to an attorney and showed them the videos and the paperwork. Not only that, the night that I made a second video on this woman, because not only did I have a family member of hers do an interview with me, because this woman not only scammed Malia Davis, she had like this whole hair company with braids and stuff, or like, the whole thing where women get their hair or whatever. She had another company where she scammed people. Her cousin did an interview with me. Not only that, a best friend of hers came on and did an interview with me. So When I made the second video, she emailed me and CC'd my job. Human resources. And she made up lies. She said that I called her from my job and that I was harassing her and all this kind of stuff. I could have backed down. I could have cowered out. I could have lost everything. I could have lost how I provide for Maddie, how I provide for my daughter. To expose this disgusting woman. That's how serious it is. And in the end, she was proven to be a liar. And God is good. She was proven to be a liar. A liar. Disgusting, filthy liar. And it was verified. But it just goes to show that you don't gain much from telling the truth. You actually have a lot to lose from telling the truth. This woman tried to destroy everything, bro. Like, I mean, how I provide for my daughter. Do they know? Let's see. Do they know who did it? Yeah. Yeah. So that chick was done. I shut her down. And then not only that, bro, why are you laughing and smiling in this whole feed? Stop trying to get clout. Oh, please. Bentley says stop trying to get clout. Bentley is one of those people that, first of all, you don't even have your own picture on your own profile. Okay? You are nobody. You're nothing to me. You're somebody that just watches me. You're posting with no picture and you're trying to get clout. Every time I cover a big story, the funny thing to me is that people say, oh, you're trying to get clicks and views. You're trying to get clicks and views. I've been doing this for a long time. And on YouTube, if you're not getting clicks and views, what is the point of what you're doing? Why would I make a video that's 10 people are going to watch? What is the point in that? Like, what is the point in that? Coquia Jackson is another person that had the whole community fooled. Coquia Jackson was somebody that, oh, I stand for Malia Davis. Oh, Malia Davis and oh, Malia Davis and that. Coquia Jackson robbed and stole, and you can see it on camera, the person that was doing her nails for I don't know how many years. Coquia Jackson is trash. Just like a lot of these people. Coquia Jackson is what this guy, what's his name, Bentley? He's like the Bentley guy. A lot of people, trash, disgusting animals. I mean, Coquia Jackson, not only did she deny about what happened, but you could see her on camera stealing hundreds of dollars in the nail salon and then threatening this other person. And then you had this other person, I spoke to him on the phone. The 5th Ward, you know these gangster people, the 3rd Ward, the 2nd Ward, the 5th Ward. Yo, yeah, man, I spoke to her and we worked something out. I'm like, really? What did you work out? What did you work out? Bentley needs a slap. That's okay. I'm alright with Bentley. I popped off on somebody on the stream the other day. It's always the people that are hiding like cowards. I can't respect people that don't even have their picture on an avatar. They're just hiding. I can't respect those people. I don't have a picture or use my name because I don't look for clout, player. Alright, that's cool for you, bro. That's cool. That's cool. I believe iCkEdMeL, ever since he was talking about the stomach meds, a day later, I got a call from my pharmacy telling me that the ones I was talking to were being recalled. Oh, well, that's a whole nother topic we get into. Bentley said, you're a punk, bro. Yeah, a punk. Guy called me a punk. A guy that's hiding, that can't even show his picture, right? A coward. A soft guy that can't even show his picture. There's not a mod in here. I guess I could take him out. I like people to like express and say what they gotta say. I usually don't like take people out like that. I don't even know that I could take him out because I don't even know what I'm doing. That's okay, man. Bentley, go ahead. Get it off, bro. Keep hiding like a male, like a woman. I don't have mods. I have one mod in here. Block the internet gangsters. Trolls are cowards and weird. I got the whole thing from. There's a lot of people that I've learned from, like Star. Star lets the chat go wild. Star doesn't even talk to the chat unless you're paying money. I've never been about money like that. I like. Hey, yo, can I make Christy a mod? I don't think I can do it from this. I'm gonna make Christy. You're gonna be a mod after this live stream. I'm gonna make you a mod. Right now I'm on my phone, so I can't really. I'll make you a mod though, Christy. I honestly don't know what I'm doing. You know what I realized too, though? I'm high for one, and for two, this popped in my feed about Kamille and this fool talking about himself. You know what Bentley reminds me of? He reminds me of that lousy Leslie guy that posted the other day. Honestly, any man that has to hide and can't post his own picture and post his own like real name, you're just a coward. You're soft, bro. You're soft. You would never come to me in my face and say that. I mean, you can't even come online with your actual name and picture. So who can take you seriously? Like a coward. You know what I want to talk about a little bit was Christy, I'm gonna make you a mod after this stream though. I'm gonna go home and make you a mod. um Joshua Brown. You know with Joshua Brown, you know what's kind of sad about that case? Is that story is over with. Nobody's talking about Joshua Brown. Joshua Brown was killed after he testified. Joshua Brown. I actually like Joshua Brown. Some people got upset with me because I posted the pictures, or not posted the pictures, but the videos of Joshua Brown in his kitchen. He was smoking and he had his money counter. Joshua Brown was very, very public with what he was doing. But Joshua Brown, he I feel like he was killed for the 2018 situation. I feel like Joshua Brown, man. Well, let me put it to you like this. Joshua Brown, I was selling. If you can't say that this guy was selling, you're lying to yourself. The honest truth is Joshua Brown was selling. But was he doing anything detrimental? No. The guy was selling marijuana. The guy was selling weed. It's not crazy. But if you look at Joshua Brown's 2018 situation, 2018, think about it. 2018, right? In the strip club, the guys that met him out there, first of all, these people killed their own friend. They shot their own friend in the attempt to kill Joshua Brown. So these people are idiots. How they get street credibility, I don't know. These people also, they're Crips. You can look on their Facebook, they're Crips. They're Crips. These online gangsters, or whatever you want to call them, they post everything online. I had somebody that was looking into the situation. Somebody that's very, very talented. These people, they post not only what they're doing, they post their entire family. You could track down their entire family tree line on Facebook. The 2018 shooter, He was never caught. I know his name. It's on court documents. For some reason, the media never mentioned him. It was kind of weird that this guy, the shooter, I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to mess with these street people because I'm putting myself in danger if I mention people that's not in the media. But this guy, in 2018, the gunman got away. The person that got named is the person that handed him the gun. Joshua Brown picked these people out in a photo lineup. It's documented. Joshua Brown picked out these people from 2018 in a photo lineup. Not only did I just say that, but I showed you the documentation that he picked out these people in a photo lineup. Now, in 2019, Thaddeus, the gunman, the shooter, well, they can't find him. They can't find Thaddeus. So the gunman in 2018 they couldn't find, and the gunman in 2019 they couldn't find. Well, that's kind of interesting, right? That's kind of interesting. Now, I'm not saying that they're the same person, but what I'm saying is, are they connected? Right? And there is a connection. I'm just not going to put all those names out because those names would be putting people's families and all that. And I'm not into putting people's families' names out like that aren't directly involved like that. But there is a connection. And Joshua Brown, I understand because you know what it is? Like, people in these communities, and I'll just say like the black communities, they've been so traumatized, right? They've been so traumatized with all these cop killings and all these different things that are going on, that when there's a situation that actually doesn't involve cops, it's really, really hard to believe. So I understand that, but I'm not here to cater and to feed that. But I understand it. Some woman commented the other day, a very nice woman, she was very logical, and she was like, iCkEdMeL, Melvin, like, if you could understand that, like, we're so traumatized because of all the things that are happening. And I was like, yo, that's true, that's facts. This is not one of those cases, I can tell you that. I can tell you that. And here's another thing that I can tell you. One day, when Joshua Brown's kids, right, when they look and they want to know what happened to their father, because I'm a child too that lost my father to suicide or whatever. One day, when they want to find the answers to what happened to their father, maybe they'll believe that this was some sort of Illuminati conspiracy, that the cops or whatever, and they'll be like, Melvin, I might not believe everything you have to say, but I want to know what happened to my father. What was he involved? And you know what? I can provide all that information that the media is not talking about. So, I don't know. It is when you steal from the plug. It's interesting when they made him look so bad. You know what? But never mention his wife. It's messed up. You know what it is? With Joshua Brown, I think it's with certain people, the different upbringings. To me, Joshua Brown, when I saw the videos, first of all, I think what he was doing was dumb. Like, I'm not going to say that, like, making sales on live stream and showing all this stuff that you have is a good thing. Selling some weed? Nah, it's not a big deal. I've known people that are into that lifestyle. I was cool with those people. Back in the day before I had a child, I was cool with those people. And some of those people are just making a living. It's not like they're hardcore killers, gangsters, murderers. That's just a stereotype. But there's genuinely a lot of people like that are just trying to make a living. There was a friend of mine that used to buy, Mary J, weed. And the guy that he would buy from, I would go with him on a few trips because I was never into smoking. I didn't like it. It would make me anxious and all that kind of stuff. But the guy, I went to meet the guy a few times. You wait a long time, but this guy was so freaking nice. You know, it's not the whole stereotypical thing that some people may think, but I understand it. Some people look at it and they're like, "Oh my god, this guy's a hardcore killer." It's really not like that for a lot of these people. They're just making a living. Carlicia said, "I just find it strange that he died before he testified in the civil case against the city." Yeah, I know a lot of people find that weird. What I think what happened was, if you watch the last video I covered on Joshua Brown, this was an opportunistic moment for the people that got Joshua Brown. Because not only was he on this large scale case, knew that that man was in danger, for sure, they should have never even broadcasted Joshua Brown's testimony. They should have never did that. Why did the cop, the undercover cop, his testimony was sealed, but Joshua Brown was broadcasted for the world to see? They did him so wrong on that. I totally feel they hold some sort of accountability on that, for sure. You know? But Joshua Brown, these people took an opportunistic moment. He was broadcasted worldwide. Not only that, Joshua Brown was very... You can go look at his Facebook right now. If you don't believe me, go look at Joshua Brown's Facebook right now. He was very active, posting his location, posting where he's at, posting pictures in his kitchen, posting pictures of his money, posting pictures of his weed, posting pictures of his money count. Joshua Brown was very active. And after the testimony on his Facebook, he posted that he wants to book a one-way flight out of Dallas on Friday. He said on his face, if you watch my last video, on his Facebook, he said, "I'm going to post a one-way flight out of Dallas." So these people that are watching him are like, damn, I better get him by Friday because he's going to book a flight out. And sure enough, he gets killed on Friday. Not only that, Joshua Brown did a Facebook live stream the day he was killed. 2 hours before he was killed, he did a Facebook live stream. So, I believe personally, this is just my personal opinion, I believe past incident, that makes no sense to me because they wanted to kill their own friend. They shot Joshua Brown in the foot. And, well, the thing with cops, too, is like they already have their people in custody. I mean, they don't have the gunmen, but cops, they're not going to go the extra mile to find out who really caused all this. They just want their first people in custody, and that's it. And I don't know, man. I'm thinking about, Joshua Brown too. I mean, he posted a lot of Facebook posts with his family, with kids. If you look back at his posts, I'm telling you, go back to November 2018. If you didn't watch my last video, go back to November 2018 and tell me that the problems didn't start for this guy back then. I don't think Joshua Brown was a horrible guy. I don't think he was evil. I think he was a guy on a come up. I think he was a guy that was doing better than all these other people in a group. And these people were jealous of him, upset. Joshua Brown, if you saw my video the other day, it's a video I took down because I had a lot of, I was in the Starbucks and there was like this copyright, the music playing in the background got all this copyright stuff. Joshua Brown, I showed you guys an official police record, like documentation that his clothes was wet. I was wondering that myself. The person that's been doing all the research, well, she told me that she thinks that Joshua Brown probably came out and these people, because they were in his complex, it was like a gated community. So he had to give their code. He had to give these people the code. So they came in the community. He came out, and his people, she believes his people started shooting at him. So maybe he was running at one point. All his clothes was wet. I mean, I can't show you the picture now, but I could show you. I did it in the other live stream where police records have his clothes being wet. Not only that, there's police reports. I mean, I haven't even talked about this on a video. There's police reports of two neighbors that said that he there was they had property damage from the gunshots that were shot. The gunshots that hit like the neighbor's property or whatever, there was reports of that too. And why I think that's important, because some people believe that this was completely fabricated and made up. It's really not fabricated and made up. I saw actual documentation of people reporting their property was damaged from the gunshots. I mean, it's facts. It's facts. We're talking about Joshua Brown. I think they coming from the young lady video, her walking back and forth. Patricia Hooper. Hey, what's up? How you guys doing? I was talking about Cupcake, and I was talking about serial killers, and I was talking about Joshua Brown, some of the details. 100%. That's Bunny. She went into. Oh yeah, Bunny. Oh yeah, Bunny. She's another person that. She's interesting. She supposedly went into hiding, and because of her testimony. What was weird is that she never tested. Like they didn't bring her into court, but they were saying because of her GoFundMe that like she would be easily discredited. But oh, you know what else? Let me tell you this. All right, before I get off, I was gonna make a video tonight on Amber Geiger. Did you know that her team, the defense, they posted an appeal, like an appeal notice? This woman, they're gonna appeal. Most likely, they're gonna appeal. Like they have to make the notice within 30 days to ever do an appeal. But Amber Geiger's team did an appeal notice. I was like, oh my God, did you guys know that? So, and let me tell you this, because oh my God, my brain was thrown everywhere tonight. The whole appeal thing, yeah, she filed the appeal thing. Not only did, okay, here's my thoughts. Brant Jean, which is Botham Jean's brother, the guy that hugged Amber Geiger, oh, I love you, you should be free, you should get no time. I think that is going to be something that they use for the appeal, probably. The fact that he said that he feels she should get no time at all and she shouldn't even be in jail. I think that's one thing they can use. The other thing is that if you saw the one video I did with the two jurors, the two jurors said they feel Amber Geiger made a mistake. Okay? The jurors said they feel Amber Geiger made a mistake. But they charged her with murder. Right? If the jury feels that it was a mistake, they shouldn't charge her with murder. They should have charged her with manslaughter. Whether voluntary or involuntary, they should have charged her with manslaughter. This is why I felt like the jury was incompetent. And I also said that I don't think the jury should have ever came out and said anything. They should have never went on national TV and said anything. The juror, which one was a black woman and the other guy was like a white guy kind of thing. And most of the jurors were like black or brown or whatever. The jurors said Amber Geiger made a mistake. Tell me they're not going to use that in the appeal. Tell me that. So I didn't think that, in my original thoughts was that I didn't think Amber Geiger was going to do the appeal, because I personally thought Amber Geiger got a really good deal. Up in the face to the family. That's what I thought. So I didn't think she was going to do an appeal. Nah, bro. She's doing an appeal, dude. Oh my God. I mean, they did the appeal notice, so I think they will do an appeal though. Yeah, they found Cupcake, man. That's what this whole video started out about. Cupcake. They found Cupcake in a dumpster and all that stuff. And I'm not surprised. To be honest with you, I'm not surprised. Dumpster was about to go to a landfill. Oh, okay, thank you, beauty. Yeah, true. I'm in Birmingham, Alabama, and I know the baby was found in murdered Cupcake. It's time to get out the this hellhole. My daughter, oh wow, my daughter was murdered here, 18 years old and 7 months pregnant. God damn, I didn't know that. That's horrible. But I think I'm gonna get off, man. I'm gonna get some rest. I just want to come on here and just vent. Sorry, it's not on my computer and all that stuff. I just want to come out and vent because I was pissed off, and then we got into all this conversation. I'm going to email you. All right, yeah, email me. Somebody hit me up on Facebook tonight, like I was saying, and they wanted me to cover a story. So yeah, hit me up and let's talk about it. I'm at that, and that's why I say too. If you don't mind, if you guys are watching, if you could like me on Facebook, because sometimes there's stories that aren't getting a lot of attention, and it just helps spread it out. I mean, when I first covered Cupcake, the first video I did the story on a day that I was gonna be off. I was literally gonna take the day off. I wasn't planning on doing a video for Cupcake, but a couple of people messaged me and they were saying she was missing for a couple of days. And I honestly thought the video was gonna be a flop. I didn't expect it. I didn't think people even were interested. And that one video was like at 70,000 views on YouTube, and on Facebook it's over like 170,000, no, 120,000, like 2,000. I don't even know. So I wasn't expecting it. I just thought it was gonna be a flop, and it just people really, I didn't intend on all this stuff happening. Yeah, I appreciate you guys too. Thank you. Love you guys. No, I really do appreciate you guys because like I mentioned too, like even my own family didn't believe in me. A lot of people told me a lot of times that I'm wasting my time. Like, why am I doing it? You're wasting your time. This kind of stuff. People tell you all kinds of stuff. So I love you guys. Yeah, have a good night. I have the dual save video ready, but I'm gonna post it probably tomorrow. And just so you know, when you watch that video, I went off because in the middle of that video, that's when people were telling me about Cupcake. So I got pissed off and I went off. So, but yeah, you guys have a good night, man. Reach out to me, email me, or whatever. That's true. Only you set your limitations. Chastity, thank you, Chastity. Appreciate you. Yeah, call me later. I know you commented yesterday. I was watching the video. I made the troll video yesterday, and call me later. I appreciate you, man. I saw you comment. You're like, yo, is there a reason why you're not covering Dulce? I was like, damn. It's true though, because you weren't the only person. Let me get on it. So that video is ready. I'll post it sometime tomorrow, and we'll see. Cupcake, I had a feeling, man. She was. I just. It's rare that you find these kids alive like that. Like, here's what I tell people: if something happens and your child's missing, drop it tonight. I just have to upload it. I already rendered the video. Here's what I tell people though: if something happens to your child, let's say your child goes missing, you need to be on that immediately, because sometimes even police will tell you, "Oh, wait 24 hours." You don't have to wait 24 hours. That's what I found out. Police will, "Oh, wait 24 hours." And, "Oh, just wait and see." And, "Oh." And let me tell you this: what you tell police can actually work against you. So let's say you have a child that's missing, and let's say your child ran away once before. If you tell police that your child has a history of running away, they're not going to take your case seriously. So if you're ever in that situation, there's some details you might want to leave out. You might not want to say because they won't take you as serious, you know. But it's really important to get the name out because the way the media works, bro. This hour people might be interested. The next hour people are done and they're moving on to the next thing. People move so fast. I'm telling you. All right, yeah, I'll talk to you guys, man. Yep, you don't have to wait 24 hours. I didn't know that either. I thought you had to wait 24 hours. You actually don't have to wait 24 hours. People don't take people don't take kids to raise them. Evil people take them. That's true. That's true. But I appreciate you guys. Have a good night. And yeah, peace. Take care. You have to leave the name out there. No, it's true. Honestly, by any means possible. Sometimes people are like, oh, because a lot of times when I cover a story and I get in depth, I'll keep covering the same story like back to back. Just doing it for clicks and views, but a lot of time, my time is so like, just tight because of my daughter and whatever. But I like to cover a story over and over to keep the name going. And the way the YouTube algorithm works, I could cover a story one time and move on and never say anything about it again, like a lot of other people. But when you keep covering it over and over, people know to look at your channel and look at you for the latest updates. So I don't know. Email again. It's the same thing as my YouTube channel. So iCkEdMeL, iCkEdMEL at iCkEdMeL.com. A lot of people message me on Gmail, but Gmail, I don't like Gmail because one, I get a bunch of spam there. Two, Google, YouTube, they're watching everything. So if you send me email on Google, I might miss it. And not only that, these people are spying and listening to everything. So if you email me on my private server, I pay for it. iCkEdMeL at iCkEdMeL.com, which I have my own website and all. Email me on the private. I prefer you email me on the private thing so we can keep things private and we can just talk. You know what I'm saying? And then if things get further, we can exchange phone numbers. I'm gonna exchange my phone number with everybody because there's a lot of people that are looking to sabotage and just want to expose you. But email me at iCkEdMeL at iCkEdMeL.com and we can talk and then we go from there. That's how I do it. I don't get a bunch of spam and you don't have to worry about these people on Google and whatever spying on our conversation and listening to everything and recording it to use it against you later. you know? So I have to add periods because it gets deleted. Oh. So yeah, when you click the icon, it should say, oh, set profile pic. Okay. So yeah, email me, reach out to me. And yeah, you guys have a good night. We'll talk. We'll talk. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. It's kind of scary, man, thinking that like thanks, pure love. I actually had a good time talking with you guys because we talk about serial killers and all that stuff, which sounds crazy. I'm gonna upload the video now when I go home. But a lot of these serial killers, man, they really observe their surroundings. They look around, they see what you're doing, they observe your habits. A lot of these people, man, they know your work schedule. They know when you're home, when you're not home. They know what school your kids go to. Your own family members will kill you. Look at Christopher Watts. Who knows Christopher Watts? Your own, think about this. Your own family, what you consider your family, will kill you. Christopher Watts, right? Oh, I love my family. I don't know where they're at. Oh, my pregnant wife and the kid, I don't know where they're at. Oh, I miss them and I love them. Oh, they'll put on this show. They'll put on tears. Meanwhile, his kids are in a oil, whatever he threw them in, he killed them in, right? Some oil, whatever. The woman was pregnant, a pregnant wife with kids. These people will smile in your face, I love you, and kill you the next day. Yeah. Be aware of your surroundings, man. That's all I'm saying. It's the people that love you or claim to love you that will kill you. Facts. It's the people that love you, that say they love you. It's your family members that will rape and abuse your child. Yeah. 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 But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Have a good night. We'll talk, man. And I'll post the video. Oh, I see people message me on Facebook. Tina. We'll talk, yo. Demonic intention. Yeah, they confirmed it was Cupcake. They said that she was found. Yeah, she's dead, man. She was found, you know. Seriously. Honestly, I love my daughter and you know, I love my family, but when my daughter gets older, I'm locking the door to my room. Even when I was living with my mother, I would lock the door to my room because there's nobody gonna sneak up on me. I love you, but I'm locking the door. Did you guys ever hear that? Okay, I'm gonna get out. I gotta get up. I gotta go. Did you ever hear that story where there was this kid that these kids will kill you for telling them no, you can't go to that party? You ever heard of that story? And I think they were black or like Latino or something. There was this kid that killed his parents because they didn't let him go to a party, bro. These people will kill you. That's what I'm saying. My niece did it to my daughter at 5. Wow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pay attention, man. Don't get comfortable. I just tried it out. Tried it and worked on it. Main page. Click on the icon. Okay. Yeah, bro. Tell these kids no and see what they do to you when you're sleeping. Yeah. Tell these kids no and see what they do to you. You start driving. Yeah, tell these kids no. Oh, you don't let me go to the party? Oh, Mom, I hate you, Mom. Oh, these kids will kill you in your sleep. Oh, I want to go to the party. What? No? Oh, man, I'm going to get you back. And you're thinking it's not a big deal? What about those twins, right? The twin brothers. I forgot their name. Was it Martinez? They killed their parents for the like they had family funds. What is it called? They killed their parents for like something. Martinez, let me tell you, I have life insurance. I never told any of the people about that stuff or who's on it. Don't worry about that. I wouldn't tell the person that I'm with that they're on life insurance. And you know, Mendez brothers. Yeah. Thank you, Amanda. Mendez brothers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta really pay attention to some of this stuff. It's your own family, your own friends that'll kill you. And it doesn't take much money or whatever. Yeah, the twin that killed their mom. Yeah, in ATL because they didn't want to go to school. Oh my God. Bro. Go to school. No, I'm not going to school. And they kill you. Oh my God. Adoptive kids too. This one boy killed his adoptive parents, sister and grandparents because their parents switched schools. Damn. On the community post today, I posted this one post. I'm talking with you guys for a few more minutes because I'm driving home now, but there was this father. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check the YouTube community post, or you can check Facebook. Buns. one of the sons, he wants to transition, and he didn't want the son to transition. The mother says, yes, John, or whatever his name is, yeah, you transition, yeah, transition. So the guy goes to court to like fight or appeal the decision. I guess him and the mother wasn't working things out. Things weren't working for them. Do you know that the court chose the side of the mother? So now this boy, 7 years old, is gonna get hormones so he can transition because of the mother wants this. You believe that? That's another case that fathers, which are so important, have no say-so. Fathers have no say-so. A jury sided with the mother that a 7-year-old boy should get hormones to transform him into a female. And that just goes to show you how society feels. I mean, I read that and I was so blown away, to the point where they said that an expert witness or whatever said that the boy didn't seem like he was sure about transition. If you go online, this is nothing against my problem, and my whole thing with this is that children should not be making this decision. Children should not be looking to their parents and telling them, hey, this is what I'm going to do, and if you don't do it, I'm taking you to court, and this is what it is, and you have to listen to me. This is how messed up society is, how broken society is, that they feel that hormones for a 7-year-old is normal. And if you go online and you look up detransitioning, you will see hundreds of articles of people that said, I regret this. I regret transitioning. It was a horrible thing. I made a life decision that destroyed my life. When you give hormones to a child that's in the stage of puberty, or when the whole stage happens, and you change the chemical hormone balance, it's hard to come back from that. Like, they're changed for the rest of their life. I was so blown away that a jury said, no, this is good. This is normal. Give this 7-year-old hormones and transition them. I was like, bro. And the father, trying to look out for his son, lost the case. We're in a day and time now where you can't discipline your kids. You can't tell them otherwise, or they'll take you to court and you'll lose. I mean, have you heard about the adopted 9-year-old girl who is really 22 years old? No, I haven't heard about that. They shouldn't. How many trying to? I've seen a lot of videos. I encourage you to go check out a detransitioning video, because this is not about attacking trans or anything like that. It's about making a child making a life decision, which is so wrong. These people crying in tears, crying about how they wish they never did it, how it was such a horrible thing. You can even go look at scientific statistics where they said that for a lot of people, when they were kids, it was just a phase, and they grew out of it, and they were fine after that. I don't think, I honestly, that's what I'll say too. I think that when you have a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old making these decisions, you're honestly, to me, you're slapping these people that do transition, because you're making it seem like it's such a, whatever, I could just make this decision. It's not serious. If a 7-year-old's making it, then, I don't know. I think it takes away. I also thought about too, I was thinking, like, maybe this mother is doing this as a payback to this guy, right? Maybe this woman hates this guy so much that she's like, well, I'm gonna let this my son transition to a woman. Only a woman could be okay with that. I cannot see like a man with his son transitioning at 7 years old. Maybe this is payback. I don't know. It's like the movie Orphan. Look it up. Her name was Natalia Barnett. Adopted. Mother's name is Kristen Barnett. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I don't think they should do that to kids, man. I mean, I'm about to get off, but sexualizing and forcing all this stuff on children is so wrong. I was never. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember when I was a kid. 7 years. I mean, I remember there was times where I was thinking about things, maybe like woman. But did I ever have a thought like changing and transitioning? Never. That wasn't even a thought. That's something that the media and TV they're pushing on our children. Just like, and I'll say this before I end off, just like they're pushing abortion, which affects black people the most. Black and Latino. I think blacks are like at the top, black people, and then Latino like are second. And they're pushing this abortion stuff like it's normal, like it's okay, like it's healthy, and oh, it doesn't have any kind of side effects. There was one year in New York where more black babies were aborted than born. Think about that for a second. More black babies aborted than born. There was a year that that happened. Now, when you speak about that, when I've spoken about it, a lot of people get upset with me. Oh, you're racist. I'm just kind of like, how is that racist? If I'm calling out that this is affecting blacks and Latinos, that it's not a good thing, how is that racist? Yet, most of these people vote for abortion, right? To the point where they vote late term abortion because they think somehow that's normal. Late term abort, like I'm talking like 9 months, the baby's about to pop out, and you can abort a child. I mean, I've spoken about abortion multiple times. Like for me, I have certain like stipulations. Like I don't think if you, I feel like if you were raped or incest, which is statistically only 1% of it, but I feel like if you're in that category, that you should have the option. You should have the option. But people are literally using people are literally using abortion as a contraceptive. You know, people are literally using abortion as a contraceptive. And let me tell you this, ladies, if there's a man that's telling you to abort a child, he doesn't love you and he doesn't care about the child. No man that loves you or cares about you is going to tell you to abort a child. I don't know. That's just, to me, that's just facts. I mean, I don't know. And I mean, I get it. Some people, they sleep around and mistakes happen. And I know women personally that have aborted, and it does have side effects. It does have depression. They do have regret. Even if you're going to make the choice, let's say you make the choice for whatever reason, don't downplay abortion like it's nothing. Because I know there's women that's out there right now depressed and guilty about what they did. Don't downplay it. Like, you should see one of the videos that I did where there's this woman smiling. Yeah, I did it. I took this pill. Don't downplay it. Because to me, you're downplaying what women have to go through. There's women that have had to do that, and it's been horrible for them. I know. One of my exes, her sister, had a stillborn birth. And I'm talking about stillborn is when you literally go to give birth. Your child comes out and your child is dead. I mean, imagine going through all the months of happiness. Imagine you like have the baby room ready, and you have all these presents and toys. Imagine you did what's that thing? The shower, the baby shower. Imagine you do all that and your baby's dead. They tell you your baby's dead, but you still have to give birth. Your baby is born dead. Don't tell me that's nothing. I mean, come on. I mean, holy crap. If you gotta do it, you gotta do it. But don't tell me oh yeah, it's all happy and like all this kind of stuff and it's good and it's good for the community. It's not. But at the same time, there's a lot of speculation and stuff that I'm not a person that's really into race and like hating people, but there's a lot of speculation that these people are freaking out that blacks and Latinos they're gonna they're not gonna be the minority, but they're gonna be the majority, right? Like the numbers are growing. So you gotta think about it like this too. If you're afraid of blacks and Latinos becoming the majority, well, yeah, let's promote abortion. Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah, kill yourself. Because some of these mass shooters, the one in Texas, I did a video with this manifesto, and yeah, your numbers are growing too much. Well, yeah, let me give you these options to abort your child. Right? Let me give you these options to abort your child and kill your children to keep the numbers down. Right? I mean, but then when you speak about it, oh, people get angry at you. Sorry for speaking out on it. Go ahead and kill your kids. I mean, what am I going to say? Right? I mean, that's the stuff we got to talk about. Right? Who wasn't it? Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger? Right? Wasn't Planned Parenthood Margaret Sanger a white woman, right? A white woman that came up with this abortion stuff that affects black and Latinos. Margaret Sanger. Didn't she have some racial stuff that she said too? I forgot the comments that Margaret Sanger said. Margaret Sanger. Right? Margaret Sanger. That implemented all this abortion stuff. So black people can kill each other and Latinos can kill each other all day long. Yeah. Yeah, promote abortion. Yeah, kill yourselves. Right? Clickbait. But I'm gonna get off. We spoke about Cupcake. We just talk about cupcakes, man. We talk about a lot of different things. Yeah, we spoke about a lot of different things. So I'm gonna get off, and God forbid I ever get with one of these women that want to kill their kids. Jesus Christ. God forbid I ever get with one of these women that are into killing kids. Jesus Christ. That's nothing attractive. To a real man, that's nothing attractive. That's nothing any kind of man that loves somebody would ever strive for. But population control. Yeah. Good point. This explains why so many blacks are slaughtered and shot on sight. You don't even have to kill and slaughter blacks because they're aborting. They're killing each other, so you don't have to slaughter them. Not only are they aborting and killing children, but they're voting for it too. Right? They're voting for it. They're voting for all the liberalism, right? They're voting for everything that's the self-destruction of their own community. Elijah Cumming, the guy that died recently, the guy that had that trash community, or I forgot what state he was in. That guy did nothing good. Elijah Cumming loved abortion and promoted abortion, right? Called him out on having a disgusting community. People called Trump racist. They were upset with him. But then Elijah Cumming, right? You see people from that community post videos that, yeah, it's true. Our community is trash. It's disgusting. And people came out and fixed up a community. I mean, you call out the truth and they call you racist. You talk about abortion, they demonetize your video. You talk about abortion and people get upset with you. Oh, how could you say that? Oh my God. I mean, I don't know. Then when you have kids, you don't get adequate health care. Black women have a high morbidity in child. That's true. Health care is something that I've spoken about a lot of times here on YouTube. I keep saying I'm going to get off. Healthcare is something that's messed up in this country. I'm somebody that worked in the hospital, and I can tell you for a fact, I don't work in the hospital anymore. I can tell you for a fact that these people take care of you based on the insurance you have. Based on the insurance you have, if you've never been to the hospital and you don't know, then you might not know what I'm talking about. Based on the insurance you have, I've had good insurance and now I have horrible insurance, but I have a good job. They take care of you based on the type of insurance that you have. So let's say you have some serious thing going on and you're in pain and you go to the hospital. If you have good insurance, they will do every test in the world to figure out what's going on with you. If you have bad insurance, they might do one little test and send you on your way. Not only that, you might not even get a room. They'll put you in the hallway. They'll pull out a bed, they'll sit your ass in a hallway, and your ass will be in a hallway. Not only that, let me tell you one other thing. This is something I learned about the hospital. You know how they're always pushing flu vaccines, right? Get your flu vaccination. Yeah, get it, get it. Yo, we really care about you to the point where they'll give you a free vaccination. Especially if you've ever been in the hospital. You gotta get the vaccine. We'll give it to you for free. Come on, get it, get it, get it. You gotta get the flu vaccine. Did you know that hospitals, especially employees, if you work at a hospital, they give you, they get a discount on the vaccination. So they try to get like a certain percentage, 90 something, whatever. The hospital gets a kickback off of the insurance for the flu vaccination. So they save money. It's really not about your health. It's not about all that. The government really cares about you. Think about it. The government cares about you so much that they're offering you this free vaccination. No, they just get a kickback and they're saving money. That's all it is for what they're already charging you. I think there's a lot of new people joining. Um, she's not okay. Cupcake is dead. Cupcake was found in a dumpster. For a lot of the new people joining, we were talking about Cupcake, but we veered off and we talked about a lot of different subjects. But Cupcake is deceased, unfortunately. You get the flu vaccine every year for what? I got the flu vaccine 2 years in a row. It's the sickest I've ever been. The flu vaccine to me is a joke. If you really do your research on the flu vaccine, I'm a hospice nurse. I gave 19 flu shots today. What are you saying? What you're saying is true. Oh yeah, no, it's an insurance cutback. They get cutbacks. Let me tell you this. If you doubt what I'm saying about the flu vaccine, if you doubt what I'm saying, you think I'm lying or whatever, look up flu vaccination efficacy rates. Okay? Flu vaccination, if okay? Do your research on it. Doesn't take much. You do a Google search, you'll find it. And you'll find that there's been certain years it's like 10% efficacy, 30. All they're doing is guessing the strains for the year, and they're hoping, okay, this is what might be out and this is what might be for the year. All they're doing is guessing and loading your body up with a bunch of vaccination craps. Look up efficacy rates and you'll be surprised. And it might be the last flu vaccination that you ever get. And I'm not somebody that's against vaccinations. I'm just somebody that kind of like researches and looks into it. I think the flu vaccine is worthless. There's some vaccines out there now. I mean, you could even look at the. I mean, I've spoken about this in many videos. You can look at hepatitis B. Hepatitis B. We'll just. I'm supposed to get off. I'm supposed to get off. I like talking to you guys though, but hepatitis B. Wow, my cousin took the flu vaccine. They got diarrhea for 3 straight weeks. Then my bro got sick. Well, I've known pharmacists because I was in the medical field. I've known medical professionals that said I'm not taking that flu vaccine crap. But what was it? I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? The flu vaccine. I was gonna say something I completely forgot. The flu vaccine. Oh, hepatitis B. I was talking about hepatitis B. Let me tell you about hepatitis B. You should totally get it. I'm not saying don't get it. But you got to think about when a baby is first born, all the different, yeah, thank you, hepatitis. Hepatitis B is a sexually transmitted disease. Think about that. Sexually transmitted disease. Okay. This is the first thing you're giving to my child when my child's born? A sexually transmitted vaccination? My baby's not having sex. But the first thing they're going to give your child is a sexually transmitted disease vaccination. Look it up yourself. I'm not BSing. I'm not. It's a hepatitis B, one of the first things. Okay. So I asked my doctor, my daughter's doctor. I said, and I was questioning him, and he was so surprised that I was questioning because you know what? A lot of parents don't question. Oh, they just give you this, just give you that. Okay. Did you get your daughter vaccinated? I did get my daughter vaccinated, but what I did with my daughter was what I did was I split it up a little bit. So instead of giving her a bunch of stuff at once, like if you go to your doctor and they want to give them like 2 or 3 or 4 vaccines at once, there was a few times where she came back a few weeks later and she got something else, you know? So I'm definitely not somebody that's anti-vaccination. I'm just somebody that's like you should get educated because hepatitis B when I spoke to the doctor, he told me that they don't hey Jade, what's up? How you doing? He told me that you don't have to give your child hepatitis B. The only reason they do it is because most people are not going to bring their kids back to the doctor to get that vaccination. That's the only reason they give it to your child when they're at birth. So like the intentions are good, but just think about it. You're giving your child a sexually transmitted vaccination at birth. My child is not having my infant 1 month child is not having sex. But that's the first thing they put in your child. And you got to think. Here's the other thing too. My daughter got her vaccinations, but I didn't give her the flu. People were trying to push the flu vaccine on my daughter. I didn't give it to her because I think it's complete BS. Like I said, look up efficacy rates. Look up efficacy rates for the flu vaccination and you'll be surprised. Now, the thing too with all right, we spoke about hepatitis B. The doctor told me that most people are not going to come back, so they just give it to the kids when they're babies. And I spread a lot of the vaccinations for my daughter, so they didn't give everything to her at once. The other thing, and you know, YouTube, when you talk about vaccinations, they demonetize your video. When you talk about these kind of topics, they demonetize your video. Just like when I made a video talking about the blood pressure medication. If you don't know, losartan, valsartan, all these BS blood pressure medications, they're loaded with cancer carcinogenic ingredients. Ingredients that cause you cancer. But when I first talked about it on YouTube, guess what? They demonetized the video. They suppressed my video. When I was talking facts, they suppressed my video. Just like is it Nexium? No. Is it Nexium or Ranitidine? I think it's Nexium. One of those heartburn medications that all of a sudden that people that have been taking it for like 40, 50 years, all of a sudden that medication is found to have carcinogenic components. right? Things that give you cancer. Zantac, thank you. Things that give you things that been prescribed forever. All of a sudden, oh, we didn't know it has cancer. They demonetize you. They don't want you talking about it, right? A friend of mine, her daughter was taking Zantac. They don't want you talking about that. They demonetize you. Yep. And all I'm saying is that, I mean, everything we everything in the world we're taking is has some sort of carcinogenic component, right? Even when you microwave your food, I think there's some sort of carcinogenic component. Now the blood pressure medication that's prescribed to everybody, and let me tell you something else. Let me tell you the BS thing about this, because when I was researching, all these medications, these prescription drug medications that they charge you an arm and a leg, is made in some third world country. It's not even made here in America. Somebody in India is making your blood pressure medication for pennies. And then they bring it back here to America and they charge you an arm and a leg, which you can't even afford. Yeah. That stuff is not even made here in America, bro. That shit is in India. And they're charging you an arm and a leg. Not only are they charging you an arm and a leg, they're charging you an arm and a leg for a product that has carcinogenic components. Think about that shit for a minute. Right? Think about it. I mean, I usually don't talk about it because it takes me to a whole nother rant. But just, you're paying high price for products that are killing you. People use baby powder on their babies. Yeah, I heard about that. Johnson and Johnson has a long history of products that are not good for you. You know? And the other thing too, what I was going to talk about is a lot of the vaccination stuff, right? Like we were talking about hepatitis B, and we were talking about some of the other stuff. Here's something else you need to look into. These products contain aluminum. Okay? Now, aluminum is something that after enough people started complaining about, they like removed it, and now it's like a small amount of aluminum in these products. But because of the people, like before the people started complaining, high levels of aluminum, go look it up and tell me right now, go look up what aluminum causes. Anybody in this chat right now, high levels of aluminum, go see what that causes, right? Aluminum causes all kinds of mental deficiencies, all kinds of somebody said breast cancer. Aluminum causes all kinds of craziness that's not good for your body. Yet it was in all these vaccinations in high amounts, right? And until people started complaining about it, that's when they finally kind of like removed the levels and lowered it. So yeah, Jay said especially deodorants. Deodorants too. Deodorants contain a lot of that. I don't know. I've been on a rant tonight. But it's true, man. I lately started ordering this deodorant online on Amazon. It's like charcoal and something. It has like these natural ingredients. And I noticed it's a lot better for me than the other stuff, because I used to use those deodorants and they would like stain a lot of my shirts and stuff like that. Um a lot of these people, let me tell you something else. Like I used to hear this person talking about the experts, Parkinson's. There you go. Gracie said that. Hey Gracie, how you doing? Regan's people developed Parkinson's that gave it to me almost for 10 years. Wow. And early diabetes. You know what's fascinating too is a lot of these antidepressant medications, a lot of the side effects of those medications are, I need to try that charcoal, are suicide. Can you imagine taking a pill for your depression and the side effect is suicide? Right? The pastor, Jared Wilson, killed himself. He was taking antidepressants, right? The same people that are experts are giving you the pills to take. Those same experts are saying that a 7-year old should be on hormones because it's normal, right? I developed dysautonomia after. Am I saying that right? Dysautonomia. Probably not saying that right. After Gardasil vaccine. I've heard about that. I was bedbound within 2 months. The doctors had me fill out the adverse reaction report. I think it's more of an adverse reaction. Damn. I've heard of Gardasil. Isn't that for HPV? I think. I got worse taking mine. I was more suicidal. Beautiful said. Damn. Hey Gracie, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I honestly, with Cupcake, I made a video tonight that I blew up. I went off on a video that I made tonight talking about another story of a missing girl. I went off and then I left my house because I was like, I need to just go out and chill. That's why I came and did this live stream. Fluoride, Giggy. Yeah, you guys are really talking some interesting stuff. Yeah, fluoride. Fluoride. I was paranoid about all that stuff because with my daughter too, when she was first born, I got her the water. I even made a video. You can find it on my YouTube here. I made a video. Gerber made a water product that didn't have fluoride in it. Fluoride is another one of those things that the government's like, oh, we care about you and we care about your mouth being clean and we're so interested in keeping your teeth white that we're going to put fluoride in your water products. And fluoride is so good for you because we care about you. Right? Just like the vaccine, the flu vaccine. Fluoride has a bunch of side effects too. Fluoride, I mean, you're giving this to a child, an infant, a baby. Everything you give to an infant has tremendous side effects. Isn't fluoride good for your teeth? Yeah, but fluoride in high doses, which fluoride's in like um it's in the sink water and everything. Fluoride has some bad side effects. I honestly can't look it up now because I'm chatting with you guys. But if you take a moment, oh, somebody sent me I think somebody sent me. Hey Jade, thank you, Jade. You guys check out. I don't know if Jade started a channel yet. Jade's really nice though. I've spoken to Jade a couple times. A really nice woman. I like her. You guys check out Jade. Thank you, Jade. I really appreciate that. I don't ask for money on here, but when people send it, it's really nice. I appreciate it. Crest toothpaste causes your teeth to fall out and you get older. I thought fluoride had some sort of like mental. I thought it like you know what's funny is that people look at Alex Jones as crazy. Oh, this guy's so crazy. But a lot of the things that Alex Jones has said has a lot of it's come true. And one of the things he's talked about is fluoride. Alex Jones, I mean you can even look at who in here knows what MK Ultra is. Jade is with Injustice, I believe. Yeah, Jade is with Injustice. She's really a really good person. I've spoken to her a few times. Really, really good-hearted person. Do you guys know what MK Ultra is? Tell me in the chat before I say it. What is MK Ultra? And MK Ultra, people thought it was a conspiracy, right? There you go, Gracie. Hey, mind control, mind control, right? Mind control. Yeah, Miss B, mind control. And for a long time, people thought, yo, that's so crazy. And that's a conspiracy, right? And the government was doing that on people by means of LSD. LSD. There was even a guy that was going to expose the government at one point, and I forgot the guy's name, but he was in a hotel and they say he jumped out because he was going to expose the government. Let me tell you that LSD is no joke. I've tried it one time. LSD is very scary. It's no joke. You're very susceptible to suggestion. It's very easy. I can imagine if somebody played several videos in front of you over and over and honestly, and I haven't told many people. One day I want to tell a story about this, but LSD is the scariest time I've ever had in my life. Some people say they enjoy it. Oh, ha ha ha, it's fun. For me, it was the scariest moment I've ever had in my life. I literally saw myself in third person. Like I saw myself. You know how they say you have an outer body experience? You know how people talk about that? I saw myself in an outer body experience. It is a very powerful, potent chemical. Beautiful said, "Are you going to save and post this live?" This live I'm not going to take down. This live I'll post it because the last live stream I did was in Starbucks and there was a bunch of copyright music. This one I'll keep up. Amanda, thank you. Hey, another donation. Good night. I love your opinions and your videos. Keep up the good work and hug that beautiful daughter of yours extra tight tonight. Joseph, thank you, Amanda. I really appreciate that. Really nice of you. You know, let me tell you guys, the most donations I ever got at one point was there was this live stream where me and my ex we were arguing and we broke up on live stream. I took the video down out of respect or whatever, but there were people donating. Like people really love to see you having a meltdown and like your family falling apart and that kind of stuff. So there was one time where people were like donating, yeah, and we had this whole craziness that happened on live stream. Very powerful. They're actually using experiments on depression. Yeah, they're talking about microdosing. With mushroom. I tried mushrooms once too. They're talking about mushrooms, microdosing, and LSD mushrooms, but LSD also microdosing that it can actually help depression and stuff like that. I honestly believe in. I can tell you that like uh what am I thinking? MDMA, which is MDMA, Molly or whatever, which most kids they don't even get the real stuff. They get all these fake stuff from China and they think it's real. MDMA, ecstasy or whatever you want to call it, X. I think that actually has some potential really beneficial therapeutic benefits. Like I think that because there were some like psychologists that were. Let me turn on the light in here so you guys can actually see me. There were some psychologists. Damn, it's like really bright. Like I'm in a. There were some psychologists that were saying that X is actually beneficial and therapeutic. Flocka, hell no. Flocka, oh my god. Flocka was a thing that was going around here in South Florida where I think it was like a Chinese product and people were getting Flocka because it was very cheap. But Flocka, people were like literally breaking into police stations. People, well, the whole thing too with South Florida's bath salts. Do you remember that whole thing situation where there was like this zombie thing where some guy was eating some person? My friend Armin showed me online. China has a lot of synthetic stuff. A lot of these kids, they think they're getting the real deal. And if you don't have an actual testing kit, a lot of these kids are getting synthetic stuff and they think it's the real stuff and it's really not. Most of the stuff here in South Florida is fake. Um, Gracie said for anyone suffering from depression, try ketamine. I've never tried ketamine, though I've had friends that have tried it and they told me it's really good. It can also be pretty bad if you're doing it recreationally. I've heard ketamine works wonders though. Oh yeah, bath salts. Oh my god, it was so crazy. Yeah, yeah, man, bath salts. Oh my god. The scariest thing to me was ever LSD. I honestly don't think that people should take that. I did it at a time where I was like kind of vulnerable, and I was vulnerable. My father passed away, and I had no education about it. The worst thing you can do is take a substance and not be educated about it. I've always had this curiosity about me for trying things. Um, LSD is no joke. It really is no joke. I feel like mushrooms is something I have videos that I talk about this on, but I feel like mushrooms is something more that's like more natural. It's more earthy. It's not like synthetic and like made by whatever. And I feel like that's a more easier thing. But for some people, they say they can't really take mushrooms. For some people, they say like they have a horrible experience of mushrooms. So I don't know. But the government was doing these experiments a long time ago. A long time ago. I mean, can you imagine having somebody like chained to a chair and you're playing propaganda to them nonstop, and then you give them some like LSD, and especially medical grade injecting them with this stuff? It's scary stuff, man. Synthetic marijuana is really bad too. Oh my god, yo. Really, really bad stuff. You don't want to take that stuff. There's been a lot of people that have gone to hospitals, um, that have had like really bad hallucinations, really bad fast heart rate. I think people take synthetic marijuana because they feel like, because it doesn't show up on a lot of drug tests. So people that have medical professions or stuff like that, they'll take this synthetic stuff, but the synthetic stuff has a lot of really bad side effects. Not good at all. Would not recommend it. Dangerous, really dangerous stuff. Yo, the vaping. I tried vaping a long time ago. I didn't like it. But now, like Christy said, it's causing all this lung illness and people are dying because of vaping. Or like the Gracie said, ketamine when taken with a doctor is very safe. Okay. I don't have depression, but I do have pain, and it helps me a lot. I'm able to walk because of ketamine. Wow. Wow. Keisha said the guy that murdered my daughter was smoking synthetic marijuana. Wow. Before he murdered her. Holy crap. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That synthetic stuff, man, is really not good. And she's talking about synthetic marijuana. That stuff is really, really not good. I've known people that told me they were into that, but the only reason they were into that is because they were in some sort of drug program or something like that. That synthetic stuff is no good, man. Where can you find ketamine? Tonya said. I honestly don't know. I know a friend that used to take it recreationally, and I have no idea where she would get that stuff from. But ketamine too is a thing that I heard here in South Florida a lot. People will take it and they party with it. Like you can get ketamine in the injection form, but you can also get it like in a powder form. And I heard that people here in South Florida will be in the club and they'll like snort it in the club and like party and stuff like that, and they'd have a good time. I have no idea how people would get that though, but it is available though because I had a friend that told me she would get it. Ketamine. I mean, and the other thing, I mean, that stuff. From what I heard, you have to be really careful taking that because it's a downer. It's one of those things. It has a really like a hallucinogenic feel good effect in low doses, but it can also make you like trip. I heard that it can make you have things something called a K hole, or like you get like in this like really, I don't know. It's really serious stuff. It's nothing to play with either. She was 18 and 7 months pregnant. Damn. In her home for those who were asking. Wow. Call me later. The doctors never helped me with Jack. I've been suffering with chronic pain for 13 years. Damn. All right, is it time to call it a night? Time to go to bed? Oh yeah, wow, it's late. You're ready too. I need to go to bed. No, Mel, a doctor gives me medicine to counteract the net. Oh, wow. Okay. Gracie over effects and ketamine. There's other things you can take to negate the to counteract the negative effects. I'm kidding though. I'm only playing with Gracie because I know she actually takes it for a medical reason. I really, yeah, like Keisha was saying, the guy that killed her daughter. I mean, honestly, I couldn't even imagine going through that. I have no idea. I couldn't even pretend to even know what that's like. But I can tell you that synthetic marijuana stuff is no joke, and some people do really horrible things on that stuff. Gracie said Versed. Oh, you get Versed is given to counteract the bad effects. Okay, Versed is another IV that's given for like I think like surgery. Versed is another really serious medication. I think the generic is midazolam or something like that. Versed is Versed. I heard is there's nothing that feels good about it. It's just one of those things I heard that puts you out. Only child. Damn. Sorry about that, Keisha. Jesus. I was talking to a friend the other day about you guys ever heard of the Silk Road? The Silk Road. I don't know if you ever heard about that. The Silk Road was an online site on the dark web. The Silk Road, you could get anything from there, all kinds of medications and stuff like that. The site got shut down though. And the guy's like in jail. Yeah, drugs online. Yep. There's a lot of documentaries. If you ever want to check it out and look it up, check out the Silk Road. I have a friend that told me she used to purchase on there, and she would get actually legit stuff on there. Neuropathy is living hell. I have terrible depression, and I will try anything. I live in Ohio. Damn. Both neuropathy and sciatic nerves and arthritis. Oh man. I heard of the whole sciatic nerve thing. I heard that's pretty horrible to have. My ex has arthritis too. Scoliosis. I had a friend that had scoliosis. Oh, you're in Birmingham, Alabama also? Oh, I didn't know you were over there. What a mess all that whole situation was with Cupcake. You guys Gracie and Keisha, you guys might want to reach out to each other because I'm about to get off in a minute. I'm pretty tired. It's unfortunate for the people that actually have this pain stuff and want to get help, but can't really get help because then you have all the other people that are just taking advantage and doing it recreationally. Damn, 25 with arthritis. How does that happen? How do you even get arthritis at that age? We could talk. I honestly too like if anybody ever wants to come on and talk with me about a certain topic, if you want to go on a video, I'm down with doing that too. I don't mind doing that. She played with my grandson. Oh man, Cupcake man. There were so many rumors going around about that. To the people, I saw a couple of days ago. Somebody sent me a post of somebody saying that they knew where Cupcake was, but they were saying like we have her and donate, not donate, send us money via Bitcoin because Bitcoin is like anonymous. They were saying send money to Bitcoin. She only has 48 hours to live, right? I saw that Facebook post and I'm like, damn, yo, people are taking advantage of this little girl missing and trying to make a come up. Like literally. it was so crazy to me that people would do that. People will take advantage of any situation. I learned that with Malia Davis, and then also with the Cupcake situation. Well, people were inserting themselves. It's one thing like, because I make the videos, right? I make the videos. A lot of times the videos get demonetized. For some reason, Cupcake's videos didn't get demonetized. Like, it was automatically demonetized, but then I had to request for review. It's one thing to make the videos because I feel like you're spreading the message. I've had people reach out to me and like tell me, yo, this situation is going on. Can you please do a video? But then it's another thing to be like, I know where Cupcake is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole other thing where you're like, I know where this missing girl is. Send me money here. Like, to me, that's just one of the most dirty, disgusting things you can do. When you're saying you know where this missing child is, send me the money here to get her back. I literally saw a post like that on Facebook. I was like, bro, it is so disturbing to me what people do. How old was your grandson? He said. Do I have an IG or someone I can get in touch with if I have any questions, babe? Gracie has an Instagram. Me and Gracie talk sometimes. If you're trying to get in touch with Gracie, she'd have an Instagram. She could post it here. If you guys want to get in touch with me, you can email me. We could talk. Oh, you've been talking to Cupcake Mom directly. Oh. You know what bothered me about her mother? There was a lot of rumors, right? But I saw with Cupcake's mom. What's up, Common Thoughts? With Cupcake's mother, what bothered me is that those kids were out there at 7:20, almost 7:30 at night, and they were unsupervised. Those kids were unsupervised. That's what bothered me about that situation. So I don't know. Yeah, that's what I heard. Keisha said she wasn't there. People were messaging me that the mother wasn't even there. I didn't even talk about that or post about that. I heard the mother wasn't there. I heard the mother was like at a football game or something like that. Oh, her family members are watching her. Well, this is why the other thing. I'm about to get off. I need to get off. 'Cause I need to go to bed. But this is the other thing too. Why I say like you have to be careful who you leave your kids with. There's a lot of people that don't have the same. There's a lot of people that don't have the same. First of all, let me say I've always said this in many videos. Nobody's gonna care or love for your child like you are. And there's a lot of people that don't have the same knowledge that you have. Even with my daughter, I'll say this. Even with my daughter, did you know this? I made a video about this, educational video. Do you know that children under 1 year old should not get honey? Did you know that? Let's say you have a newborn, a child that's under one. Did you know that they should not get honey? They could get something called, I think it's called botulism. Did you know that? Now, one of the people that was taking care of my daughter, this lady, a Spanish lady, and some of these Spanish people, they think, I'm Latino myself. Some of these Spanish people, they think they know everything that's good for your kid because they do it back in their country. She wanted to give my daughter honey because one time I think she had like a cough. She was under one. She wanted to give her like honey, and I had to look it up because I was a paranoid. I was a paranoid person, and I learned that you're not only does if you look it up does it say it, but if you look on the back of honey, a lot of times it'll say that you shouldn't give it under to a child under 1 years old. And then after all that happened, not only that, because at the time I was working in the hospital, there was a child that was admitted to the hospital because a caretaker gave this child honey. And that child had some sort of reaction with the botulism or whatever they call it to the point where it was life threatening. I cannot make this up. I was in the hospital. Yeah, I was in the hospital and this kid was on the verge of death because the caregiver gave this child honey. So you have to be careful too who you leave your kids with. Not everybody has the same knowledge. And that could be a legit accident too. Like people might not know about that. I didn't really know about it until I looked it up. Don't you shouldn't be giving these kids honey that's under a year old. It's so crazy to me. It could kill your child. I I'm not making this stuff up. You can look it up. You know. Somebody said, let me see. I take black seed oil. I've heard about black seed oil. I've kind of wanted to try it. I'm into supplements and stuff like that. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I don't even know what black seed oil is for though. Can you guys tell me what is it good for? I used to take a lot of supplements. What I learned about supplements though is a lot of it's BS. It's just these companies making money, but there's a few of them that actually are really good, that actually are beneficial. I personally I like GABA, but GABA doesn't it's a product that doesn't. There's something called the blood brain barrier, and GABA doesn't like really penetrate that. The blood brain barrier is something in your head that like prevents certain things from getting into your brain, so you don't directly absorb it. But I like GABA. I like ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is amazing. Ashwagandha is like a, what is it called? Ashwagandha is it's not only an aphrodisiac, but it's something, an adaptogen or something like that. Ashwagandha is really amazing. I also like maca. Maca is so good. It's even good for women. If you're like on your, oh, sorry about that. I got a phone call. Um, but yeah, ashwagandha is really good. Maca is really good, especially for women. Not only just for your cycle, but like it helps balance you out. I think maca is also good for women that are having trouble getting pregnant. There's a lot of supplements out there, like natural things that you can take. Yeah, sorry about that. There's a lot of natural supplements you can take, especially booty call. Nah, I'm not really. I've been on chill. Let's focus on my daughter, but there's a lot of stuff that you can take, even for women that believe they can't have kids. Maca is a really good regulatory. There's another thing called demania. So for men, if you have a low sperm count, demania, that will help increase your sperm account, your sperm count. Um, Maca is MACA. Really, really good for women. It's so good. You should try it out. Um, Somebody said here, I drink ashwagandha tea. Ashwagandha is one of my favorite things because ashwagandha, I feel like after a while, I do notice like your sex drive is increased. But ashwagandha also, it's like a stress, like the craziest thing could happen to you during that day. But if you're on ashwagandha, you're like cool, calm, and collected, and you deal with it just like regularly. Ashwagandha is really, really good. And with maca, there's different types of maca. Like there's like black maca, and like there's other different level, like different colors or strains of maca. Really, really good stuff. But for me, I noticed the mania would really like for your drive and stuff like that, and your count. I mean, really, for men, the mania is really good. It just takes a while. Some of the stuff you have to take it for like a month before you notice a difference. Um, is there any other supplements I could think of? The mania, maca, aganda. Um, I think that's it. Those were my favorites. I've tried a lot of different things. Those were my favorites. And there's a lot of things that can help men and women to become pregnant, like to conceive. Because some people, the other thing too, I mean, I've known so many people and I've had so many friends. Stop it! Please don't entice the men on here. I've known so many people that were not able. They say they weren't able to get pregnant and stuff like that. And to me, it's not only about the supplements. Some people are just lazy with it. If you really want to get pregnant and you're having trouble, you need to have sex every day, like every fucking day. Some people, there's people I've heard of people like trying and they're having sex like once a month, and things are not happening and they're trying for years, bro, you need to like every day. I don't know. But yeah, there's some really good helpful stuff out there. Turmeric. Oh my god. Tanya said turmeric. That is a really really good supplement too. I've tried turmeric. Turmeric, I think, really helps like cleanse you out, like cleanse your body and stuff like that. Turmeric is a really really good supplement. Yeah, facts. Valerian. Oh my god, Giggy. It's kind of dope that we're having this conversation. Valerian is really really good too, and like Valerian, like Giggy said, Valerian smells so bad, horrible. But you can get some really good sleep on Valerian. Melatonin is good for sleep too. Melatonin though, it's like I don't like the way melatonin makes me feel. Like after a couple of days, my heart starts to feel kind of weird. If you do research on melatonin, it has some weird heart effects. So if you have any kind of heart or like whatever unsubtleties, I wouldn't recommend melatonin. And look up PTM and think pain pump helps a lot. Yeah, turmeric is really good. If you want to get pregnant, take some vitamins, Geritol. I heard of Geritol. Um, what else what I was gonna say? I was gonna say something else. Oh, what I was gonna say too is like ginger. Ginger's really good for like the stomach, or I think it helps regulate blood pressure too. Let me tell you something about ginger. If you go to the store and you get the tea packets, that's BS. When you get nausea too. And when you get ginger, buy the root. Get the actual root. Cut them roots up and boil it. Oh my god. You will get the full effects of ginger. You have to actually go out and get the root, not this powdered crap in the tea bag. Get the actual ginger root. Cut it up and boil it. Oh my god. Really strong, potent stuff. There was this one time many, many years ago that I was sick, and there was this Haitian woman that I used to work with, really nice lady, Jocelyn. Jocelyn, because I was sick, she took me to her home. She went into her backyard. She picked out a couple of roots of different plants. She made a tea, boiled it. Bro, the next day I was good. You know what's one of my favorite teas too? I gotta go. I gotta go to bed. One of my favorite teas is oregano. Have you guys ever tried oregano? Is it oregano? I'm thinking. No, no, not oregano. Am I oregano? There's something with a O I'm thinking of. I'm not oregano or something with a O. It's not oregano. Olive. Am I thinking of olive? Me too. Stop being so interesting. There is a tea with a O. It's not oregano. Somebody help me. Oh yeah, Jocelyn was amazing. Not oregano. There is not oregano. I wonder if it's like olive or something. Oh no. I feel like it's olive. Olive plant. Not oregano. Damn. I wish I could Google on my phone right now, but I can't. There is this plant, and it's not oregano. I don't think it's oregano. It's something else. It's really really amazing. I mean, this tea is so good. Like when I drink my teas, I don't even put like sugar and all this stuff. I just put the tea itself and maybe some honey, and just like that. There is this tea that's like really good for like losing weight, and like it had a really good smell to it. I don't know if it's oregano. It has a super strong smell to it. And let me tell you this, if you can grow your own tea in your backyard or whatever, I used to have this plant growing in my backyard, and I would take the actual leaves bring it inside. Rinse it, rip the leaves a little bit so the aroma comes out. Boil it. I mean, you have to boil it for like 30 minutes, a long boil. Oh my God, it was amazing. I used to meditate and everything on that. All right, I'm gonna get some sleep, man. I can't believe 3 hours we've been on here. Almost 3 hours. I'm gonna get some sleep. Thank you guys for joining. Appreciate you guys. Maybe it was oregano. Was it oregano? I feel like it was oregano tea. I don't know. Oregano. But yeah, you guys have a good night, man. We'll talk. Oh wow, that pump is interesting. Gracie, I'm gonna talk about to the doctors. All you need is a cat to keep the mice out. Huh. All right, I'll talk to you guys. It was such an interesting conversation. I mean, the Cupcake thing was serious, but I can't believe we went from Cupcake to like serial killers to Brittany Bowens uh to the different medications, mind control, LSD, to herbal teas and supplements. This is honestly the kind of conversation I used to have with my friends though back in the day. We were talking about all kinds of stuff. So, but wow, yeah, we went all over the place tonight. Jesus. All right, you guys have a good night, man. Take care. I really appreciate your support, and thank you for the people that donated. Yo, yeah, the Joshua Brown case too. I caught so much heat for Joshua Brown. Uh, Joshua Brown. We went all over the damn place. Jesus. Oh yeah, Gracie, we were talking about serial killers. You missed that conversation. And then Keisha too, with her serious story that she was telling. Really unfortunate. But all right, you guys have a good night. We'll talk, man. Take care of yourselves. Peace. Get some good rest. Drink some chamomile. Chamomile is another tea that's really, really good. I love chamomile. Chamomile is really nice and relaxing. It takes a little bit to kick in, but you get like some really nice sleep. So it's good for anxiety too, in my opinion. Chamomile is amazing. Oregano. Yeah, I think I was. Yeah, oregano oil. Yeah, I think that's the what's that I was. Yeah, I think it was oregano tea that I was talking about. Oregano tea is amazing. Yeah. So, all right. Good night. Peace. Lyrica. I've heard of Lyrica too. Oregano. I've heard of Lyrica. Lyrica is. I heard can be pretty addictive too for some people. I've never tried it, but I've heard it can be addictive and stuff like that. Oregano is freaking amazing. You gotta try it. Try like the actual. Honestly, with teas, honestly with teas, you should try the actual product. Yeah, you can get the oil. Yeah, you can get a little tea bag or whatever. Try the actual natural grown product out of the ground. Rinse it out and boil it yourself. Oh my God, it's so freaking amazing. It's so different than just this, than taking a little tea bag. Yeah, I need to go to bed, man. Good night. Good night. Good night. Peace. Take care. Take care. Take care. Drake, take care.